From not having any money, however having all the talent in the world, Floyd Mayweather was presented Gervonta Tank Davis and turned him into an overnight pay-per-view superstar sensation. Adrian Broner introduced Tank to his Las Vegas Mayweather Boxing Club, and Tank was given the task to prove himself against none other than a young Devin Haney. If you're not familiar with Doghouse rules, it's fight until someone quits. So that means if you fight all day, you fight all day. And after this test, I believe it was this moment after that day, Mayweather liked what he seen from Tank and took over and changed his entire life. He started off, he bought him a nice Jeep. That was just a nice little, here you go, take that to survive. You get nice little cars, that's what I heard. Someone would say that being the prodigy to the highest skilled master of the sport of all time would be a blessing. Gervonta was blessed with the opportunity to do huge numbers from Mayweather Promotions under the guidance of Floyd Mayweather and his whole team. He was able to replicate his perfect record with being undefeated and knocking out top opponents. Mayweather Promotions hand-picked out one by one to build up his boxing catalog to be a pay-per-view superstar under the best in the business, Floyd. Decisions to fight fighters had to make the most monetary sense, but with the least risk to preserve his shelf life as a boxer, to last in the sport.
For us to move and talk right here, like I said before, we're not gonna call no particular fighter out, and it's not like we ducking or dodging anyone. Lomachenko has to fight as many fights as possible, extremely quick, because he's very, very old. Tank is probably 10 years or 11 years younger than Lomachenko. Lomachenko will be 40 before you know it. There's no rush, Tank. Your job is to continue to go out there and do what you're doing. You making the same money Lomachenko is making.
And due to the increase of pay for fighters, due to Floyd, Tank was able to capitalize. Tank has made a whole lot of money from boxing, but with that money comes freedom. And deep down inside, Tank understood that in his mind, being financially free now, that he's no longer broke, he started thinking even bigger, and he wants to be even more financially free. And that would be to end his relations with Mayweather Promotions. He didn't want a boss anymore. He wanted to fight under his own promotional company. And this is where the relationship, I would say, possibly went south.
Has the time come for Tank Davis to take control of his own career and leave Mayweather Promotions?
It don't necessarily have to be leave Mayweather Promotions. It's about just becoming that man, handle your own responsibility, your own priorities.
I look at him as a son. He's got to do what's best for him. I feel like I've done a good job with him thus far, building him, putting him in good fights, great fights. He's steady growing, he's steady learning, but I'm proud of it.
You know what I mean? It's nothing bad against. I have bad blood with Mayweather Promotion. I'm definitely appreciative that what they've done for me over the years. And, it's no love lost. You know what I mean?
Result in what you see today for Tank being a household superstar, a huge celebrity with 7.5 million followers on Instagram, is because he had the ultimate talent, and which is his super knockout precision, with the best in the business of boxing history, that put on the gloves himself. That's why Tank was able to go undefeated. He had boxing tips from the best, and business-wise, he was working for the best in the business. But unfortunately, sometimes the mentee passes the Miyagi. They pass the mentor. And Tank was doing such big numbers, such huge promotional events like Ryan Garcia, that eventually he felt like clearly he doesn't need Floyd Mayweather. He feels like he's a huge talent enough that he's a huge name in boxing, the face of boxing. Floyd was promoting him as the face of boxing, that he doesn't need the legend of boxing anymore. He is boxing now. When you're getting that money, you gotta spend it, and Tank getting it, so he's doing a lot of spending it. And if anybody should notice, Floyd should notice. Like, when you're getting that paper, you gotta spend it. So Tank like to look fly, and he like to drive in nice vehicles. He like the Lambos, the McLarens. You feel me? You gotta pop out. You gotta step out. But Floyd had a little something to say, so that's what sparked this whole beef.
Y'all worried about y'all outfits. Y'all worried about how y'all boots look, y'all outfit. Y'all worried about, see, we worried about the wrong things. We worried about Chrome Heart. We worried about Louis Vuitton. We worried about Mercedes. When all in all, don't none of these motherfuckers give a fuck about us. You know? So a lot of you fighters, what's going on, and I know this, you fighters are living check to check.
Damn.
Fighters are living check to check. And what you fighters got to do, you fighters have to get, you got to invest your money. You got to get you some real estate. You got to own a piece of the land.
Chrome Heart's bag, like, was that what set you off? Like, what set you off that you was like, I gotta do that?
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. A lot of people don't know what Floyd. Everything that Floyd said right there, the Chrome Heart bag, the Maybach, the Lloyd shit.
Hey.
Lloyd shit. Maybach.
Oh.
He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like.
He was going at me. He was going at me.
Yeah.
And I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys that paved the way for me to be where I'm at. But I came into the sport and changed this shit drastically. And these fighters, because a lot of, and this is the truth, is a lot of these fighters overpaid? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm a fighter, and I got to look at it. You know what? I'm going to say they're absolutely, but guess what? But then you got to look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is this. Every time these fighters go out there, they're risking their lives. So do they deserve to get the money? Absolutely. So 1 minute, so like I said before, and do I contradict myself? Absolutely, I just did. And I come on record and say, I can contradict myself. A lot of times what these fighters are looking at, we're looking at Floyd with the cars. We're looking at Floyd, being flashy. We're looking, man, listen, I made so many sacrifices. Y'all looking at the end results. Y'all not looking at the shit where y'all go look at the interview and Zab gonna tell y'all, with me being champion, with me already having crazy hundreds of millions in the bank, I still was on my grind in that gym.
Now, if you want me to explain what it sounds like to me, what this relationship is sounding like, it's just a petty argument of an older figure in somebody's life who previously had influence on them, and everything they said was important, but unfortunately the younger person kind of outgrew that stage where now they don't really want to take advice and everything is going right for them right now. And I think in Floyd's mind, Floyd's attitude is that he kind of admits that he does like to be acknowledged. He likes his flowers all the time. He likes to boast his accomplishments that he has put on for these younger fighters, and he has made it possible for all these guys to be as flashy as he was. And I think deep down inside he feel like, since he long time ago money was harder to come by, and now people make more money in general because stuff is more expensive, he feel like the numbers that he's seeing these people make and the purchases they making, he had to work harder for them back to an older age till he could enjoy that money. But these guys got it a little younger, a couple years younger. So he's just, not only he also is supportive, but in the back of his mind he is kind of just want his flowers constantly, to be reminding people that he's the reason why everybody's making this money. But Tank clearly feels like it shows that he doesn't necessarily have any bad blood to pick with him. But you're not about to be my mentor, but you want to throw little jabs at me. So respectfully, I think that's why all of this happened. But I don't see this as a situation where they shouldn't have been able to patch it. This is little stuff. Tank took it the step further and said that Floyd was owing a whole bunch of people millions of dollars and owing the Saudi Arabians $50 million and all this extra stuff.
Floyd to get on live. Tell him show where he at. You owe them people over in Dubai that money. Tell him get on live right now. And he owe people in Saudi Arabia money too. Broken.
But at the end of the day, this is all little petty nonsense over money, and you gotta understand, as an employer, Floyd is probably a little salty because Gervonta up and left him. He was making money off of Gervonta, and Gervonta was doing big numbers because of Floyd's name. Floyd co-signed him early, and he got to ride off of Floyd's name and Floyd's business decisions to propel him further in the sport. But he outgrew that, and he's doing his own thing now. And the purchases he's making and him being flashy is triggering to Floyd. So this is basically the stem of their beef. Are they gonna get past it? I'm not 100% sure. Most likely, who knows? Hopefully. But it's just money, it's nonsense stuff, you know. From prodigy to very, very fruitful relationship to a bittersweet relationship, you know. Not everything stays the same forever. It's your boy, it's Lucky Boxing ENT. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Take care. Bye.